Kyle Soccer here, and today I have another video. In this video, I'll be explaining how to wear Trusox or NikeGrip socks. The video will be broken down into 4 separate steps. Step 1 will be choosing your sock, Step 2 will be choosing your tape, Step 3 will be cutting your sock, and Step 4 will be wearing your sock. Step 1 is choosing your sock. One is the Trusox and one is the NikeGrip sock. I think that Trusox are more grippy and probably have more performance enhancing features. I think that the NikeGrip socks are more comfortable but do not have as much of an effect when playing. If I were to choose one of the two, I would probably choose the Trusox just because they aren't uncomfortable, they're just not as comfortable as the NikeGrip sock. During games, I'm usually more oriented toward performance instead of comfort. Step 2 is choosing your tape. For me personally, I have always used Premier sock tape. I haven't really ever had problems with it, and I think that their service is really good. It is a bit pricey. It's about $7 per roll. The rolls only do last you about 10 games, so they are really pricey. So you could go with other different kinds of tape, but I just think that they work really well, so I'm willing to pay extra for them. Recently I ordered 2 more rolls of tape, and in the box it came with this note that reads, "Please leave feedback about this product on our website, www.premiersocktape.com, and then underneath that it has a 25% off code. So if you enter this at premiersocktape.com, you can get 25% off. Okay, other than that, in the box it was just some bubble wrap, and then on the bottom there were 2 sock tapes. I use the navy tape since that's the main color of our uniforms, but you can also get it in like 10 other different colors. Obviously the tape is pretty thin, so you want to use it sparingly instead of using more. If you use more, it's pretty much the same effect, so you might as well use less. Step 3 is cutting your sock. When cutting, I would recommend taking your sock and lining it up with the other sock. This shows just how much you need to cut off. So I recommend going in 4 to 5 dots on the Trusox for the crew length and making a mark somewhere there so that you know not to cut off too much. You can also make it higher up depending on how long the end of your sock is. When cutting, I also recommend that you keep the sock 2 layered just so that then you're not cutting one circle around and they might not meet up. So with this, it's one straight line across. So here's the final product. It pretty much just looks like one of those shin guard sleeves you get with shin guards. The part at the end can be a little bit jagged, but eventually it'll become smooth after wearing them for a while. Another thing to keep in mind before cutting them is that they do fray, so it is important to use sock tape and not to just leave them uncovered, because then they will start to come apart. Step 4 is how to wear your NikeGrip socks or your Trusox. When I wear my Trusox, I usually put on the Trusox first, then put on this. It makes it a lot easier. So you start, after putting on this, you would slide this over your foot. I continue sliding up the sleeve until it meets the 4th or 5th dot on the side of the Trusox. Once it has met this dot, I stop moving it up and take out my tape. I usually start on the outside of my leg and go around clockwise and then end up on the other side of my leg on the inside. So I go around about 1.5 times. If you go around any less than 1.5 times, I find that usually they might pop off just because they don't have anything to hold on to. You can go around more times if you want it tighter, but if you're trying to save your tape as much as possible, I would just recommend going around 1.5 to 2 times. If you have any questions about this video, please leave them in the comments. Please like, subscribe, and for now, this is Kyle Soccer signing off. I'll see you next week.